So if you've been following me for a while, you may remember I made a video about Classy Fass, explaining what that was. And at the time, I was talking about my style, how I like to dress and how I want to explain it and what that means to me. But over this past year, I realized Classy Fass did not just stay in my closet, honey. It actually began touching every aspect of my life. So my content has never really been about teaching women how to dress. There are so many amazing creators that already do that. I, however, feel like my mission is to redefine how we view ourselves after we hit the age of 40, or any age for that matter. So today I want to talk about what Classy Fass means for me today, not just a style, but an actual lifestyle. So when I first came up with the term Classy Fass, it was just a way for me to identify my personal style and describe how I actually like to dress, because as you know, I lean towards looks that feel elevated, that feel put together, but still has a little bit of sex appeal to it. And when I mean sexy, I don't mean provocative. Now, the classy part is all about me carrying myself with grace, with some poise, with confidence, and being deliberate in what I wear and what I choose. And the Fass part is all about the sexiness, honey. And it's a different type of sexy. It's not the sexy that society puts out there as far as being provocative. It's about owning whatever you do. So whether I'm wearing something with some skin that's out or I am fully clothed, it's just owning it, loving it, and not having to apologize for my femininity or how I dress. And if you're unfamiliar with the word Fass, it's a word that I grew up with. My community used it to describe young girls who was dressing too grown for their age, or even a grown woman that people felt like she was dressing too sexy. So they would say she was being Fass. It was not meant as a compliment and actually came with like a negative connotation. So I wanted to just reclaim that word and turn it around, because we are grown. We should own what we want to do. And if we want to feel sexy, we should. So I wanted to make that more of a positive word. My sexy may not be your sexy. Your sexy may not be my sexy, or her sexy or her sexy. It's how you define it. Now, we already know that Classy Fass shows up in the way I dress, but it also shows up in how I curate my home, how I take care of myself, how I protect my peace and the relationships that I choose, even how I grow. So today I want to talk about how Classy Fass falls into other aspects of my life. I think this is a good topic because a lot of us as women over 40 are navigating these things. Even if we have totally different aesthetics, I do feel like it's something that we can all relate to. One of the first areas outside of my wardrobe that I saw Classy Fass touch was, of course, my home, because I like to create a peaceful sanctuary that allows me to make simple things extraordinary. If I can't be on somebody's villa in the island, I'm gonna make my home feel like a villa on the island, okay? So just like I would take a basic piece of clothing and like elevate it and style it in a way to where it feels extra special, I do the same thing with my home. And I'll give you an example. So I love coffee. Keita loves coffee. You know, I love drinking coffee. I love the experience of sipping it and savoring coffee. I love making coffee. I love coffee. So I make sure I curate my home in a way to where I can actually enjoy that little simple thing, especially if it's one of those days that I want to have a cup of coffee and I don't want any noise. I want silence. I just want to listen to my thoughts. I want things around me to go ahead and give me that peace. Or if I want to listen to music while I'm drinking coffee, I've invested in great speakers. I have even an old record player. So if I want to play the vinyls and, you know, get the feels, I can do that. Or even when I'm journaling, because Keita will keep a notebook, a pen and paper, a pad. I love to write. So I make sure in my home, I curate it to where I can still go ahead and enjoy the little things and make them extraordinary, just like I do with my outfits. Girl, this is from Amazon, but it don't feel like Amazon. It feels just bougie. Classy Fass also shows up in my life in the way I take care of myself. So just like the little details that you might use to style an outfit to make it even better, I believe in those same little details when it comes to making choices that make me feel more confident, make me feel stronger, more energy. I'm mindful about what I put in my body. You know, I'm not strict with it. I still enjoy life, but I am mindful about it. It's one thing to walk through the door and look like that girl, but to feel like that girl is a totally different thing. Another way it shows up in my life that actually shocked me was how it shows up in my relationships. So when it comes to the classy part, of course, that's being respectful of other people, that's showing up for the ones that you love and showing appreciation. But when it comes to the fast part, that was the part that shocked me because I was able to lean more into my fast femininity. And what I mean by that is when my daughter was younger, I was a single mom and I had to be both feminine and masculine. But since being with my husband and having this relationship, I find myself leaning more into being feminine. And I love that. There's nothing wrong with being both because sometimes you have to be both. But I've definitely realized that classy fast has fallen into my relationships. And although I don't say it enough, I do appreciate that because, man, back in the day, I had to always be hard. So it was nice. It's nice to kind of fall back and still be feminine from time to time. I've also noticed that my personal aesthetic shows up in my mindset and how I protect my peace. So if we put it in terms of like clothing again, you see what I'm doing there, I'm kind of making it go back. But if I put it in terms of my clothing, when you're putting an outfit together, you're not going to style it with unnecessary pieces that don't feel like you, right? Or don't make you feel good. Same thing with my life. I don't want to fill it with unnecessary things that's going to affect my peace. Because who wants to be cute and stressed? Not me. I want to be cute and calm and feel good and peaceful and all the things. I'm just at a place in my life where everything does not deserve a response. Every opinion does not deserve my attention. And every event or person does not deserve my access. Like, that's literally where I am right now. So while Classy Fast did start in my closet, it has actually evolved into something so much bigger, and I love that. So regardless if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, honey, even your 90s, I hope you take this same mindset and go ahead and create the lifestyle that actually represents you regardless of what anybody else says, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video right now. I just wanna say go forth, honey, and be fast. Be fast, girl, be fast. Be fast.